fail fast and just get through it. Everyone calls me the $1 million coach now. If you know that you want to be heading somewhere, have clarity of intention. The universe loves that, right? And I just think that there's so much power to what we can create with that clarity of intention that there's nothing that can stop us. Business without the mindset is only 10% of the entire equation.
Right.
For me, mindset and your subconscious programming is 80 to 90%. Hello and welcome back to the Yes Life Show. I'm Yes Jess, and my goal is to introduce you to the people and ideas that will help you get to your yes life. So what does that mean? That means living the life you truly love. When you get to say, yes, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Yes, this is exactly the person I'm supposed to be with. And today I am so excited because we have someone very special in the studio today, Loren Trlin. She is a holistic business coach and she helps coaches and entrepreneurs quantum leap their business. And it's so funny how we met. Yeah. We actually ran into each other after my last Yes Life show at the Soho House. Yeah.
I mean, talk about meant to be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for saying yes to being on my show.
Thank you for having me.
First things first, what is a quantum coach?
So for me, a quantum coach is someone that doesn't want to go about life the ordinary way, that isn't into linear paths, that wants to be able to manifest the kind of success that most people only ever dream of in their life. So I love the idea of quantum leaping. I'm a massive believer in manifestation and very spiritual as well. So it kind of brings it all together in a really tangible manner for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't hear that word very often.
No, that's what I love about it.
It's very, very niche.
Yeah.
It's all about niche these days, right?
Yeah.
Very niche. I mean, and I honestly think that me going into that Soho House, you running late,
yes,
we were manifested to meet each other.
Totally. And I recall running late that day and being like, I'm just going to trust whoever I'm supposed to meet at this perfect time. And then I run into you and at my friend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're my first guest with the Yes Life mugs. And you know you've made it when you have a mug.
Yes.
So I want to back up a little bit.
Yes.
I know that you used to be a lawyer.
Yes.
So what made you say no to the lawyer life and yes to this new quantum holistic coach to help businesses and coaches scale up?
Yeah, I think that usually when we go through a massive transition in life, there's always a catalyst event.
Of course.
And for me, mine was losing my dad when I was 23. And I had just graduated law school, gone into the legal career, and just started questioning every single aspect of my life. And you know, when you lose someone that's so close to you, it really makes you reevaluate everything.
Honestly, I lost my father and I was 22 actually.
Yeah.
And it changed my whole life.
It does.
And the good thing is I realized what really matters in life.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think love and connections are what that's all that really matters. But also to live your life, to leave a legacy. Like my dad is still so much alive to this day.
Yeah.
And he was someone where he said yes to everything. And I think that that's why he was diagnosed cancer, is because he never slowed down. He thought he could do it all.
Yeah.
And that's why I have the yes life, but saying no is just as powerful as saying yes. And you have to make sure that when you do say yes to others, you're not saying no to yourself.
Yeah, such a good point. It's very true.
So you lost your father.
Yep.
You had just graduated law school.
Yes, went into the law firm.
Yep.
The dark side, as I call it. And very quickly realized that given everything that I'd been through, I was having a massive spiritual awakening at the same time and completely questioning everything about reality and the real world as I saw it. And then that got me onto the path of asking myself, well, if life is so fleeting and it's so short, how do I want to actually spend my life?
Right.
And so that became the big why question for me.
And so what was that why? Like when you were at that point, were you like, I don't want to continue to do this. I want to do something with more purpose. Like what was like the main drive?
I always knew that I was supposed to be running businesses.
Okay.
I just didn't know what that was. And so I knew that the best way for me to figure it out would just be to start tinkering, playing around with, starting things, launching blogs, writing, whatever it was, whatever made me really feel like I was coming alive. So I just started there with a simple blog, my first business. So I've had
a number of different reinventions over my lifetime. And for me, it's just gathering data and information as to what am I into, what am I curious about, what am I a genius at.
Right. And what works and what doesn't.
Totally.
And the only way to figure that out is to just try.
Yeah.
To just say yes. Like, you know what? Yes, I'm going to try this. And if it fails, move on.
Move on.
If it doesn't, keep going, you know?
Yeah. And I've had a lot of failures, or what people would perceive to be failures.
Right.
But for me, they were just learning experiences.
Oh, yeah. Building blocks.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you call yourself $1 million coach.
Yes.
I want to know the story behind this.
Yes. So I'm a big believer that, and we've mentioned this earlier, if you know that you want to be heading somewhere, have clarity of intention. The universe loves that, right? And if you don't know where it is that you're moving to, and if you can't identify that and make it really tangible, you're going to lose your way.
Right.
So I love to set really big, audacious goals and then tell everyone.
Coach. It's pretty audacious.
And then tell everyone about them.
I love that. It just put it out there, really manifest it.
Totally just cut the net out beneath me, and then I scramble and do everything that it takes to become that person that I'm heading towards in any event. So I decided about 5 months ago, I'm in my second year of business. I've been in business for 2 years, that this year was my $1 million year. And everyone calls me the $1 million coach now, and life just keeps manifesting examples of that.
Yeah.
And so while that money isn't sitting in my bank account today, I know that the way that I'm behaving, operating, the person that I'm being is bringing me closer to that every single day.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and I love to set an example for my clients as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So cool. So because you do coach a lot of entrepreneurs and coaches to quantum leap their business, what would be 3 tips that you would give a coach?
So if I was to take them through a process, the first part for me is alignment, getting really aligned with who you are, where you want to be heading, what your core driving values are, and what your mission and purpose is.
Okay.
So getting that in place, like for me, that's the core foundation.
Right. So that's almost like figuring out your why.
Totally. And then making sure that you then build a business around that why. Because for me, that's the only type of business I'd want to be running. Otherwise, you'll get tired. You'll wake up 2 years from now and not want to do it anymore.
Exactly. And I love Jay Shetty's podcast because he's all about, I think his podcast is actually called On Purpose.
On Purpose, yeah.
Yeah, because he's all about the why. And people will remember the why. They'll remember the story. They're not going to remember the checklist or the to-do list. They're going to remember the passion, the why. So I love that. Okay, so one is align.
Get aligned and then build the foundation. So this is where the business strategy comes into it. We want to ground everything that we're doing with action and structure so that once again, the foundation is in place. So when we're ready to scale, which is step 3, we can actually quantum leap our results because we've laid the solid framework to begin with.
Right. And the quantum leap is also, having your mind right and your personal life right and having everything kind of flow together
in a holistic manner. I think business without the mindset is only 10% of the entire equation.
Right.
For me, mindset and your subconscious programming is 80 to 90%.
So based on the mindset, because you are, running your business and you're helping other people run businesses, how do you determine what to say yes to and what to say no to? Because it's hard. Sometimes I feel like I take on too much and then I just crash and burn. And so how do you figure out what to say yes to and what to say no to?
I think this comes back to purpose. And I call your why the ultimate decision-making framework. It lets me be ruthless with the opportunities that I want to say yes to that feel really energizing for me and incredibly aligned. So I check it against, is this going to bring me closer to where I'm heading? Is it aligned with my values? Is it aligned with my zone of genius?
Right.
And is it aligned with my mission and purpose? If so, worth considering. If not, I let it pass.
I totally agree. I put on these workshops because I'm a huge believer in having a solid morning routine.
Yes.
And I think that having a great morning routine not only sets the tone for that day, but also your whole life.
Totally.
And part of that is living a value-based life. And so if things don't fall under your core values or your goals, you have to say no to them.
Yeah.
And so I love that. That's so great. What would you say are the 3 main things that are limiting coaches and entrepreneurs from scaling their business?
I would start with mindset always. Subconscious programming. So you can say, I want to be $1 million coach, $1 million coach over and over again. But if there's a part of you inside that doesn't think you're worthy or deserving and that doesn't love yourself, you're going to just push yourself further away from that goal.
Right.
So I'm a massive believer in tidying that up at every stage in the journey, because that just blows all these opportunities, abundance, next steps, everything open for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first big one.
So like truly almost like visualizing yourself already there. Like
Absolutely.
you visualize yourself already as a $1 million coach.
Yeah.
You see that number in your bank account and you're like, I've made it. You have to truly feel it to believe it.
Yeah, and you'll notice the shift when you move from I'm not sure that I'm capable of this to knowing and fully embodying it, even if that result hasn't yet turned up.
Right. So how do you manifest for it to actually come to fruition?
So there's a combination of things. I think that morning routine is very, very important.
Yeah.
I'm a big meditator.
Okay.
I think a lot of work is done there, and I'm constantly working with other coaches. So coaches have coaches who have coaches. And
everyone kind of helps each other. There's
absolutely.
Stages, right? Yeah.
And I'm constantly working on making sure that there's as little resistance as possible to me moving towards my goal. So removing resistance in the form of actually taking action.
Yeah.
So fail fast and just get through it.
Right.
And then secondly, making sure that
fast and actually get through it.
just keep moving.
Like, what's that quote that it's better done than perfect?
Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect. I totally believe in that. Sometimes you just have to say yes. I mean,
totally.
Even when I put on my workshops, my first workshop, I didn't have a website. I literally I marketed it on social media. I didn't have any of the back stuff organized.
Neither did I.
I just wanted to connect with people in person.
Yeah.
I just picked a date, found a venue, held my workshop.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah, I'm the same. I didn't have my website up and running. I didn't have business cards for the first year. No way of contacting me, and it didn't stop me.
Yeah.
Because I'd learned one thing from my previous business failures was that if something's working, just make it happen. Don't look for excuses to stop you along the way.
Better done than perfect.
Totally.
I totally agree with that. All right, so you think morning routine's great. Do you make like vision boards to manifest? Or?
Yeah, I love vision boards. I used to run vision board workshops. I think the more that we can see what it is that we want to manifest. I also love even using something like Instagram, for example, that has the save image function.
Yeah.
And I love to look for examples of people that are achieving the things that I want to be experiencing one day. And I look at that, and instead of being envious, I say, that is amazing. I want more of that in my life. So Instagram can be an amazing tool for something like that, a very visual representation of what we want to manifest in our life.
I think I have a love-hate relationship with social media, but I do see that there's a positive thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm all about vision boards. Like ever since I was a little girl, my dad actually, we would make vision boards together, and now I host vision board parties too, just with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, like looking back at all my past vision boards, almost everything I put on there has come true.
Yeah, and it's incredible how it works.
It's crazy. Like I remember January 1st, I want to get a new car. So I put this like 4-door white Mercedes on my vision board.
Nice.
And I get back I was hosting this reality show living in New York for a month and a half.
Yeah.
I get back and my car that I have now didn't even start. So I had to take it to the dealership, new brakes, new engine, all this stuff. The rental car they gave me was the exact car I put on my vision board.
Incredible.
Like I literally get chills talking about it. It's just crazy how things just work out.
No, I totally get that. I had the same thing with my car and my vision board. And then I had a dream. My brother had a dream, as I was picking up the car, that he was in a blue car with our dad, driving on this side of the road at the same time that I picked up that car.
That's crazy.
And I just think that there's so much power to what we can create with that clarity of intention, that there's nothing that can stop us.
So you said in your morning routine, you meditate.
Yes.
What else is in your morning routine?
Gratitude practice, filling up that gratitude cup as much as I possibly can. My own series of affirmations or incantations, which I always recommend doing once you're feeling good. Once you've been in that meditative state, you've been through your gratitude practice, because the universe isn't responding to what we're saying, it's responding to how we're feeling.
I love that.
Yeah, so you've got to make sure.
You could say, I am powerful, I am grateful, but unless you truly feel it, it's not going to.
Yeah, so you've got to get in the feel-good state first and then bring those through.
And you get in that feel-good state from meditating.
Yes.
See, my thing, like I'm all about morning routine. I wake up, I have a big glass of water, I do my gratitude, my journal, I set my intention, my one thing that will make today great. I read, so I either read like a devotional or something inspiring. And then for me, I have to work out.
Yes.
But I haven't got into the morning meditation yet. I normally meditate, and I'm still working on it.
Yes.
The meditation thing is hard for me, but I normally get lethargic around 4 p.m.
Yes.
So instead of grabbing a cup of coffee, I normally grab a glass of water and I meditate, and I do like guided meditations.
Beautiful.
So, but I'm always curious about people. I feel like if I meditate in the morning, I'd probably just fall back to sleep.
Yeah, so you prop yourself up with a few extra pillows and make sure that you're not lying down. Yeah.
Awesome. So is there anything else? I know that you're coming out with an e-commerce
Yes, an online course.
Online course. Please
Yes.
tell us about that.
So my journey, coaching has been an incredible part of my life these last few years, not just from a business perspective, but from a personal growth perspective. And one of the things that I realized when I went to coaching school was how many coaches were incredible coaches, but not so great at the business side of things, which is where I come into it.
Right.
So I've developed a program that helps coaches and consultants scale to their first $100,000 in revenue. And I wanted to make it as simple as possible, not just business strategy, but also mindset and manifestation.
I love it.
So the trifecta, my special trifecta as I call it.
The quantum.
Yeah, absolutely. So that they have the foundation there to quantum leap their results with the ulterior motive that they're going to go out there in the world and create enormous impact.
And it's how many courses? How many?
Oh, so 4 modules, 30 lessons. So really deep diving into all the aspects of what a coach would need to get to that first $100,000 in
And
revenue.
how can they sign up for this? Because I think I want to sign up for this.
Yeah,
This sounds amazing.
They can head to my website, which is lorentrlin.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, it's launching very soon. I'm so excited.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us, whether someone's wanting to sign up for your coaching program or start their own business?
So I work with a lot of startup businesses, so getting in the early stages or looking to scale, so building in the team and everything else. So I do a lot of one-on-one coaching around that. I'm very passionate about helping business owners do incredible stuff in the world. And on the other side, there's the online course as well.
And is this for people who are selling products or any kind of business?
I actually work with some brick and mortar businesses, a real combination. For me, it's about a connection and seeing that the business owner is passionate about what they're doing, that they're capable of really like making huge progress.
Right.
And I want to be really invested in what they're doing if we work together for 12 months or 2 years or whatever it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming to my show.
Thank you for
saying
having
yes
me.
To coming into the
Thank
studio.
you.
Make sure to check out her course and her website and just everything you do. Your little ball of wisdom over there.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye.